When Detective John Mayato thinks about the murder of 27-year-old Jim Bowerman, there's only one way he can describe it.
That it was brutal.
An unsolved murder that's left Mayato with few answers for the Bowerman family.
We know what happened, we know how it happened, we just don't know exactly why.
About 2 years ago, Bowerman, who grew up in the Midwest, moved to this North Miami apartment. His lifelong love for the beach brought him to South Florida.
He liked living on a shoestring. He was good with it.
Bowerman worked at this Chili's in Aventura, never missed work, never late. So when he didn't show up for his shift on April 12, co-workers called police, then his family.
The manager got on and said, Jim is dead. You know, you just go crazy at that time.
When officers responded to Jim's apartment, the front door was locked, but the back door was slightly open.
It was a very bloody scene.
In this photo, Jim is standing inside of his apartment, just steps from where police would later find his body. Neighbors didn't see or hear anything, so police aren't even sure when exactly he died.
Time of death is not something that they give you. It's not an exact science. It's not like CSI.
A lack of physical evidence has slowed the investigation, but the bigger problem is the unknown motive.
We don't want to go in the wrong direction and follow a lead that's just not there. So we're following every lead that we can.
Police say it doesn't appear anything was stolen from the apartment. Before he was killed, Jim told his family he was moving to Las Vegas to reunite with his ex-girlfriend, who has cooperated with police.
And as far as we know, he did not have any enemies. No problems with anybody.
No criminal record in the state of Florida. Co-workers, family, and even police say Jim Bowerman wasn't mixed in with anything dangerous.
Love life, happy. That's what he was.
Jim's mother and sister have made several trips to South Florida from their home in Michigan. His sister wears a wristband to remember him. It's from the self-help organization Parents of Murdered Children.
He ended every single phone call with me with "I love you." He never forgot that.
Jim's mother says she'll never forget the sound of her son's voice.
I've called him on the phone before, thinking of calling Jim. And then you stop, you realize he's not there.
Claudia DeCampo today in South Florida.
It was disturbing, having known that this individual was a child. I'm a father myself, and I know how I would feel if it was my child.
Every day, I miss him more. I wish I could have him back.
His phone died, his battery died. He went to go visit that young lady, and he didn't come home that night.
That night was nearly 2 years ago. 17-year-old Angelo Lopera shot and killed the summer before his senior year.
We're still going back to the area and talking to people.
From the start, Detective Richard Raphael launched a very public campaign to find Angelo's killer, making flyers, holding several news conferences,
We're asking the public
and taping 2 reenactments to generate leads. But 20 months later, not a single arrest.
Basically, we have very little information.
And for Angelo's family, that's unacceptable.
El corazón me lo dijo.
My heart tells me who did it. I see it in my dreams.
Angelo's mother and brother started a diary of leads, clues, and names of possible suspects.
I hang out with my brother's friends, and I just try to get information from them.
The night of the murder, Angelo was visiting his ex-girlfriend, Lauren Castro, who has cooperated with police, but not with Angelo's family.
All we want to do is just find out what happened that night. How did he leave, or did he leave upset with you?
Police say after Angelo left Lauren's home, some people confronted him. There was a fight.
Angelo had some knots on his head.
I do know that he was shot inside the vehicle, so which leads me to believe that he was attempting to flee the subjects.
Detectives don't know if Angelo knew his attackers. He could have stumbled upon someone breaking into his Acura Integra.
They were having a lot of problems with vehicle break-ins.
Angelo's family believes whoever killed them didn't like Angelo leaving Lauren's home at 3 o'clock in the morning.
It's just plain old simple jealousy.
So far, all leads have been dead ends.
I'm looking for that one lead that's going to crack this case wide open.
Angelo's mother says there's a part of her that still expects him to come home.
Todavía lo estoy esperando.
I'm still waiting for him, or maybe he's waiting for me, because one day I'll be where he is.